Alright guys, I'm from a remote location here at a buddy's house, and I'm going to be able to share with you some special watches. And we're going to start off this series with the Tudor Black Bay 18K. So this is an actual 18 karat gold case, bezel, and crown with a sapphire display case back that is a screw down case back, also an 18 karat. Even all the hardware on the two straps that are included are all 18 karat, both on this fabric strap, which my buddy Detroit Spartan seems to gravitate towards this much more than the alligator strap that also has 18 karat gold hardware, which is no slouch. I mean, this strap is really good. It's alligator with leather and it's high quality, obviously. Everything really should be, right? It's essentially a $17,000 watch. So yeah, it better be good, right? So let's get into the case size on this. In case you don't know, the Black Bay 58s are 39mm cases. The lug to lug is 47. The thickness on this guy is just under 13mm. That's with a boxed and double domed sapphire crystal, 20mm lug width, and a 6 3/4mm screw down crown that is also signed. 60 click bezel on this guy. And Tudor has the best 60 click bezel, period. The other thing I noticed with this bezel, just like the Pelagos, or Pelagos, however you say it, when you get to the 60, it's got a heavier detent, so it actually kind of stalls there. And you don't really notice that unless you are kind of looking for it, but it definitely has a stronger retention in that 60 spot. So that's pretty fun, that's pretty cool. So you'd be able to spot that even if you had low light conditions, because the bezel isn't loomed. That's an anodized aluminum matte green bezel insert. And then you have a loomed pip where everything else is loomed, you know, on the hands and the indices, obviously. This is using the caliber MT5400, which is COSC, 70-hour power reserve. The winding on it is just as satisfying to run and listen to as the bezel clicks are. So that is something, if you ever get a chance to check out these newer Tudors, like you can hear it like it's just a fine click, 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 very consistent and steady. And then even on the backspin where it ratchets, you know, you can spin it, wind it forward and then backspin it, and then you can hear those. It's like you are, it's like you're a little more intimate with the movement and its operation, and you can actually hear and feel all of those cogs and the gears. It's pretty fun. Let's see. Let's do some close-ups on this. This video can be pretty short, but I wanted to point out how well this color green, it's you know, a matte, almost military-ish green on both the dial and definitely on that bezel insert. And it ties in really nice with this fabric strap, with the gold stripe down the center. And I don't know how they make these fabric straps, but it's like they're infused with magic or something, because they don't just feel like regular fabric. They're like next level stuff, so super high quality. Let's see here if I can get some good angles. Pretty minimal. I mean, there's a lot going on the dial as far as like the shield, the Tudor, the Geneve, the depth rating, which is 200 meters, 660 feet, the chronometer, officially certified. I mean, there's a lot of text on there, but it's not like overly text like some watches, you know, some people would deem as like overly text, like you know, maybe even a Submariner, or certainly the Pelagos from Tudor could be in that category. I'll see if I can find a spring bar tool here and get this strap removed on at least one side so we can take a look at the, I don't think I can really move this out of the way, because the way, that's the other thing, the way Tudor does their fabric straps, it's not fished underneath or in between the spring bar and the case. It's actually integrated into the strap. You can see where it's kind of poofed out right there. That's where the spring bar is actually captured inside the strap. So makes it super comfortable. It's just, it's a little different than, you know, most other straps, but that's the way they want it to be. So there's a look at the clasp and the two keepers. Let's zoom back out. Let's pop this on the wrist real quick, so you can see what it looks like on a 7 1/4 inch wrist. So there we go. Look at that green. And as you can imagine, my buddies, we call him Detroit Spartan, so he's a Spartan fan, alumni, and whatever. And so he's a big fan of green. So, and you're going to see that when I show you some other watches later in the series. I just wanted to get this one out, and then I'll do a state of the collection for him, and then maybe a couple other videos. For size comparison, if you're familiar, I don't have an SKX. Typically I'll compare to a SKX, but here it is next to a full-size turtle. So quite the size difference there. And of course, this is the sub 41, my more recent pickup. If you happen to have one of those, I mean, that's probably not a very fair comparison, but I guess if you're looking at 18 karat gold Tudor Black Bays, then yeah, maybe you do have a sub. Quite possibly you would have one or more. So there's a quick look at that. I'll get a loon shot for you, and I'll see if I can get some pictures or video of the movement, because it's not decorated, it's very utilitarian, but it's kind of cool that they showed it anyway.